in order to keep track of the trial time that each side is being given. If each side is given 40 hours or 80 hours, this is how you would keep track of the time. And so you have to have an event like a closing or opening argument or a witness in order to run the time. Under Edit, you'll see you can search exhibits using the Quick Search Exhibit tool. And the prosecution is going to call their first witness. So let's go to Joe Brown. Let's say that Joe Brown is their first witness. Now you'll see that there are times already associated with this, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to say that there's no time here. Prosecution is now going to call their witness, and so we hit resume because we're starting from yesterday today. And so here's your list of exhibits in the exhibit grid, and here's your quick exhibit search. Now how this works is during this time that the prosecution is asking questions, let's say that they want to look for exhibit 25. So I'm going to pull up exhibit 25, and it shows me that this exhibit is already admitted. It was admitted on this day and time, and it was introduced by the prosecution and through this witness, Alice Smith. Now, since it is admitted, they can go ahead and do what they need to do with the exhibit. Now I'm going to go to Exhibit 2, and that's going to be the next exhibit they're going to want to call out. Now how this works is as they're talking about the exhibit, let's say that the other side objects. Now you can choose an objection through this list here, and let's say that the objection is hearsay. Now the judge may sustain that based on hearsay, or he may say, well, it's really not hearsay, but it's something else. So you could put the reason here, and it would be sustained. As soon as you hit sustained, it puts in a date and time stamp here. It tells you who the document was introduced by and through what witness. Now later on, if they're able to show that that wasn't hearsay for some reason, they can always choose admitted once that argument has been met. And as soon as they hit admitted, the objection goes away, so does the reason, and a new timestamp and so on appears. Now, if you want to get rid of this search, all you have to do is click on this again, and the search goes away. I'm going to stop this clock. Now, if we go up to Edit, you'll notice that you can search exhibits by certain things. Right now, we can search it by name. You can also search it by description and notes. And here's the description and notes that you can choose for whatever exhibit you want to have in there. You can sort exhibits by witness, date, time, exhibit name, and whether they're admitted or not. Let's say that I want to see all of the admitted exhibits. I can just click on that. You'll notice that this populates and everything gets pushed up to the top of the page. If I choose sort exhibits by exhibit name, then the exhibit name is sorted. When we search in the quick exhibit search box, it's easier to type in just the last 3 digits or the last 2 digits, depending on how many exhibits you have, to track down that exhibit quickly. Rather than typing in TX006 and getting exhibit 6, I could go ahead and type just 006. That'll get me to the same place, and it's a lot quicker. That's typically how you can do it. You can also, if you want, is just type in 06, and that'll get you anything with a 06 in it. So the problem with that is obviously that it pulls up all the 60s as well, and if you had 0600, it would pull up those. And so be careful when you do that, but if you know that there's a leading zeros in front of it, I would type in like 006, and that gets me right there.